Hello, you little pimpernickels, and welcome to Get a Grip with Angela Scanlon.
And me, Vicky Patterson.
This is the podcast where we get loud about the realities of womanhood.
And basically dive headfirst in the realities of life.
Yeah, we do. So if you're sick of being told to calm down or calm down or something else, get a grip.
Get a grip.
Do it.
Then you're exactly where you need to be.
Yeah, how's your bra? Get it on or off, whatever you fancy. Let's get to it. Babes, you've had a week and a half in a week.
It's been 2 weeks, mate. And like last time we spoke, I didn't speak about it because I was so, I was so upset. I knew I'd cry. We were just really in the absolute trenches of it. But yeah, Maxi, my little chocolate Labrador, has been really poorly. So it started. He's quite a sensitive boy, and he's got quite a sensitive tummy, and he got a bit of diarrhea. And like, that's not unheard of for the bear. And like, he's an absolute scavenger. If it's not nailed down, he will eat it. So I'm forever like wrestling me dirty nicks out of his mouth. And
Okay, I've got a 4-year-old who does the same.
Really, yeah, fair.
Not my dirty nicks.
Sorry. But yeah, so we got a bit of diarrhea, and we're like, you know what, we'll take him to the vet tomorrow if it doesn't clear itself up, which it often does. On the Sunday night, he just really deteriorated. His tummy started to swell. He started to pant. We opened the door for him to go outside, and he'd lost the use of his limbs. He couldn't move.
Oh my God, that's so scary.
Honestly, mate, heartbreaking. We acted fast, got him to an emergency vet within 10 minutes. They couldn't x-ray him or anything to work out if it was a tummy twist or a blockage because he was just so agitated and in so much discomfort and pain. So they put him under, sent us home. About 12 o'clock, we got a call to say that it wasn't a twist, which was good news, but it was a blockage. They couldn't say exactly what it was, but it was severe. And it was stopping things getting to his small intestine. So the poor babe.
So what, like he swallowed something big that's stuck in his bits?
Do you know what? So when they did the surgery, which is obviously how we had to sort of like progress and the outcome, it was discovered it was 2 little bits of food. He's a chocolate lab. If anyone's familiar with the breed, they don't chew.
No.
They don't chew.
Down the hatch.
Everything, mate. So it's 2 little bits of like treat, I'd say. And then because he'd been feeling slightly unsettled and upset in his tummy, he'd ate loads of grass.
Oh.
And like, it's just a natural thing for them to do when their tummy's upset is to eat grass. It supposedly calms it or soothes it in some way. But what it done is he ate so much it had knotted around the treats, and nothing could get to his small intestine.
Oh my God, like a little web.
It was heartbreaking, mate. So they performed the surgery. It went all right. We got the call at 5 o'clock in the morning to say that he was alive, which even as I say it, it's like makes us really choked up. And then it was just like, he's not out the woods yet. It's like going to be a long recovery. We're just going to keep him here. He was there for a couple of days and we're visiting him and everything. And he was just so drugged up and out of it, mate. It was heartbreaking because he's the beating heart of our family. He's like the liveliest, loveliest, most affectionate little boy. And then all of a sudden on the Wednesday, like, yeah, he's got to go home. And I was like, is he? I went in and I was like, I really don't understand how he's ready to go home after what he went through yesterday. And like, do you know what I mean? Like how I saw him
literally a day after.
It was a couple of days, but like I'd seen him the day before. He was out of it, mate. Listen, all due respect, he come out and he's wagging his little tail, and I thought, you do seem to have improved slightly. Anyway, from when we got him home, he just deteriorated again. We had him back to the vets 5 times in 3 days. There was like a little bit of blood on his bandage. Oh yeah, this is normal, blah, blah, blah. Then it was like blood and ooze was actually leaking. Honestly, Ange, we had him there like 8 o'clock at night, 4 o'clock in the morning. We're just losing our minds. We couldn't sleep, we couldn't settle, we could see.
He wasn't right.
I could say he was dying, mate. And we just felt like it was just a constant struggle to be fucking believed and understood. And I just felt like I was going insane. I felt like I was hysterical. Anyway, on the Friday night, we eventually took him and they were like, we'll put him on a drip and blah, blah, blah. And then an hour later, we got a call. He's lost so much blood, he needs an emergency blood transfusion and we can't do it here. You need to get him to like a hospital like an hour away. And like, I just really feel like this is the moment where I thought doggy ambulances should be a thing.
Are they not a thing?
They're not a thing. We had to go. They got him stable. We had to go pick him up, rush him to the hospital. Like, I'm glad we could be there with him and everything. But, you know, you just got such precious cargo. You just don't feel... You don't know if you're capable, you know? Anyway, we got him there at this incredible place called the Ralph, and they were fucking fantastic. They saved his life, mate. He had 3 blood transfusions, another emergency surgery, because it turned out why he was having so much trouble and not recovering was because he was septic from the first one. He'd caught an infection. Yeah, sepsis. He caught an infection. So over the next 3-4 days, we just went back every day and visited him and slowly watched him get better. And we eventually got him back last Friday. Now he's at home with us. He's got all a shaved belly, mate. Oh. Like loads of little clip-on bits. Like, he looks like a looks like a leopard or something with all these little spots where they've had to shave him, but he's just so much more like himself, mate. He's eating. He barked at the cleaners the other day.
Get it, girl.
Yeah, he loves it. And like, but we're all sleeping on the floor in these giant dog beds. You can't do the stairs and you can't get into bed. So there's no way.
That's actually really cute. So the four are in the bed.
Four of them have got these like big
on the
giant
dog bed
on the floor. The four away, yeah.
I'm obsessed.
But he's finally more like himself, and I feel like I can talk to it now because I talk about it now because I know he's out the woods. But honestly, like, I just felt so fucking broken and protective, and it scared me. Yes, scared. But listen, like, just to end on a positive note, because I feel like I've probably started on such a Debbie Downer. If I can say anything to any pet owner, it would be, please get good insurance, because we're 21 grand down. Not that we didn't have insurance. We thought we had all the bells and whistles, but they'll wriggle out of it any fucking way you can. So get good insurance. Doesn't matter. I was lying on the floor the first night it happened in me fucking Monsters Inc. pajamas, sobbing to the vet. Just fucking save him. I'll go bankrupt to save him. They must have thought I was mental, but I fucking meant it. I was sleep deprived and just unhinged. But yeah, get good insurance. Find a really good emergency vet as close to you as you possibly can.
Okay, so no.
Go and see it. Go and meet the vets. Just go and know that you're giving them the best possible care should anything that you don't want to happen unfortunately happen, you know. And then finally, trust your gut. We got him there within 10 minutes because I knew he wasn't right. I know, like, everybody loves their animals, but I also know there's some people who'll be like, oh, we'll just sit and wait on it. No, don't. They can't speak. They can't advocate. Get them there. So, yeah.
You know, I really hope that if I ever go down in a plane, you're with me.
I will be with you.
Sorry, I don't want to bring you with me.
No, but
sorry.
I will be with you.
But I feel like you'd be the one, know where your exit is. Like, you know, get your fucking soft bag to land on. Like, I just feel like you would, I want you in my corner, babe.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Because honestly, the way I unraveled when he was unwell, like, it felt like I felt really disappointed in myself. Like, you want to be this. No. You want to be like strong and like soothing and a comfort to them and calm. But I was none of those things. I fucking unraveled really quick.
But is it unraveling, or is it passionately expressing what you feel in the moment and trying to show that there's an urgency to this? And I know that we can panic, but I think sometimes you need that level of, you know, hysteria to be taken seriously.
Yeah. And it's a shame that we have to go to that, but that's absolutely my go-to.
Is that your default?
Oh, I'm hysterical.
See, I shut up. I go like mute.
Erkan does the same.
Not great move. Not if there's zero advocation.
No.
Is that the right word?
Yeah,
I don't know.
absolutely.
Like, there's not much point sitting in a corner looking polite.
No. What's Roy like then? Because I think
Roy's gobby.
Yeah. So
Erkan
goes quiet, but I know still waters run deep.
Yeah.
Because after the second time we had to take him to the vet and we just thought we'd lost him, I've never seen him cry in like 10 years that we've been together, because he's like this stoic, like strong Turkish Cypriot.
Also, there's really only room for one crier in any.
Oh my God. And I really have that.
And I feel like maybe you have taken that job.
I've left no tears in our relationship for Erkan. I've never seen him cry, and he was driving back from the hospital. He just broke down.
Oh,
and honestly,
the worst. That's worse than anything.
Yeah, it killed us even more because I thought,
oh no, we're fucked.
Yeah, I was like, fucking hell.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, hang on. The parent is crying. This is not good.
The one's crying.
Oh no. Oh God, I'm crying now as well.
Honestly, mate, it's just been really hard, but like,
also sleep deprivation makes
torture.
You absolutely deranged.
Are you going to tissue me up?
Honestly, tissue her up.
I don't know why you removed them from my side.
I know. We'd a good old run. I was
about 5 minutes in before I cried.
Okay.
So we're out the woods and he's recovering great, and I'm so grateful for everyone's lovely messages of concern and all that.
And also messages of weird, like, question. People are mad. I
was bullied into it, essentially.
Yeah, because you were being very quiet. Obviously, we all knew what was happening, and there was concern there, and everyone was checking in. But then it was like, oh, FYI, this has happened.
Yeah. So I obviously didn't feel like posting a lot because I was so fucking devastated and just trying to like process it as a little family. But you know, if you go completely quiet, like I had to do in Dubai, sensitivity out of a bit of fear, everything, like it does almost sometimes raise more questions and more concerns. So I was trying to post bits and pieces, but I was doing nothing. Yeah. I was crying on my fucking dog bed. Like that
in
was
your pajamas.
In my pajamas, you know. So I was posting bits of Milo and bits and pieces of work.
Probably would have done really well. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I know. And then I got out of nowhere from people being like, you clearly love Milo more than Max. Max is never on your socials. Where's Max? Always Milo. Favourite much. And I was like, you.
Oh my
You.
God. Do you have a pre-made like response for them people?
Yeah, I call them. I was just ignoring them, but the longer it was going on,
are you kidding me? I'm literally here on the floor.
On the floor crying with Maxi.
Oh.
And I just sort of thought, I don't want to make anybody feel bad. Like, for all these lovely people being like, notice Max is missing from your socials, just wondering if everything's okay.
But also get a life, no?
But it was the ones who were like making me feel as if I had like a favourite dog, or do you know what I mean? I was like,
will you get up the yard, as my mum would say.
Yeah, get right up that yard.
Up the yard.
Yeah,
no.
So
not here for that.
Does my eyes makeup look okay?
Your eyes makeup looks lovely.
Eyes makeup, okay, good.
Your eyes makeup looks really nice.
Thank you, Ange.
I did not sleep very well last night.
Hit me why?
My eldest daughter came into the bed with me and she had growing pains, which is usually her just like way of saying, can I have a snuggle? And usually I draw a pretty hard line. I'm like, absolutely not, into bed. I know, like I smell a rat. I smell a rat, okay?
Is growing pains a thing?
Babe, did you never have growing pains?
I'm fucking 5'5", mate. Like,
they stop pretty quick.
I don't know. I think I popped out the womb this time.
Well, I'm 5'6", even though everyone thinks I'm not. I remember having growing pains
Do you,
as a kid.
babes?
So I don't know what it's about. Like if it's a deficiency in something or it's literally your bones stretching. But that's how I imagined it in my head.
But it'll be like everything. Like some people will just have. I remember my first period pains. I remember lying on. My mum had taught me fucking now. Thank you, Carol.
Oh, no.
It was like that scene
How
from
old were
Carrie.
you?
I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'd say like 12, 13.
So you were so that's relatively early. I didn't get mine till I was 16.
Did you?
No, late
lucky
starter.
Bastard.
I know, but then late finish. You might want to opt out early.
I know.
I think it's like I'm making things up.
I was going to say, does that dictate if you
know.
start late, do you finish late? You could do.
Maybe.
It definitely could be merit to that. Yeah, I remember lying face down on the tiles, mate, in me kitchen.
From day one.
From day one, yeah.
Grim scenes. I've heard people talk about now period boxes for kids.
I don't hate that. I normally hate a lot of the woke stuff, but I like that.
No,
do you hate
so
it?
cute. I
love
love
it. Oh,
it.
amazing,
and
yeah.
it's like parents basically creating this little box so that there's tampons in there, maybe there's period pants, maybe there's a moon cup, there's chocolate, there's a hot water bottle, there's like your favourite snuggly socks, there's like a lovely pair of pyjamas, and it's essentially so that moment, face down, bleeding, carry, fear, is like, oh, you've got your little box, you're like armed and ready, it may come today or it may come next year or whatever, but we've got your cute little box up there, and then that becomes this kind of shared experience rather than what can feel like quite a scary onslaught of adulthood uninvited.
And also can feel quite lonely. No, it can feel really lonely and scary.
Yeah. So Rubes was in the cot with me, and then I got sleep paralysis. Have you ever had sleep paralysis? Do you get it?
No.
Oh my God, the worst. So she's like a little sweaty beast beside me, kind of kicking every so often. And I was like, just as I'd about to drift off to sleep, she'd like lash out at me.
So she's a twitcher.
Twitchy McGitch.
Yeah.
And anyway, then I have this moment, Roy's away. I have this thing where I'm like, I can hear,
but you can't move,
somebody in the hallway. Like, this was in my head. It wasn't real. But I did nearly get mugged yesterday. I escalated that. A weird man looked at me funny. He was looking at my bag and he fucking stopped as soon as I eyeballed him. He like stood in the corner like he was being put on the naughty step until I kept eyeballing him.
You can't just say someone's going to mug you because they looked at you.
No, he 100%, this man was.
Okay.
100%.
But that'll
like, why would he just turn around and look at the wall and then keep looking over his shoulder waiting to see? Dodgy. And I was in an alleyway. He followed me down the alleyway.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, so I think that I hadn't said that to anyone. Mugged. I think I was genuinely. I knew, and then thank hell I got in to where I was going. But I think that was playing on my mind.
I was going to say that can make a bit trauma, hard to process. You probably should be trying to process that as you're going to sleep.
Exactly.
So then
I had sleep paralysis, which I have had before, which is the worst, where you're lying there and you're trying to talk or you're trying to move and nothing. So in my head, my little one's asleep in the front. I can hear something in the hallway, which I wasn't sure whether it was in my dream or in reality because it was like between. And then I try to move and can't move. Like cannot move. Okay.
That's my idea of a hell, Ange.
Worst nightmare. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Ruby morphed into Roy and I was like, phew, he's back. And so I'm like trying to peel my arm over to say, like, I can't move, but something needs to be checked out. Okay. And I like put my hand on his hand, imaginary. We're in the dream. Yeah. And he does Krav Maga, like martial arts.
Who does Roy
Roy
or this man
in real life?
Oh,
No,
right,
real life. Back to real life. And in the dream, he grabbed my hand in like my mode of help me. There's a fake man on the stairway.
Yeah.
And he flipped me over his head and like flung me against the wall in like a kung fu kind of move.
Kung fu.
Yeah.
I didn't know Roy did Krav Maga.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Maga?
Yeah.
Maga?
Maga. I don't know. I think so. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Erkan wants to play paddle.
Oh no, it's a slippery slope once they start paddle, I think.
To what?
Swinging. Not wrong.
I just thought you meant to be a really boring who only talks about paddle, but no. Shagging other people's wives. Great. Do I have to do it?
You might. Well, I think it's
no.
in for a penny, in for a pound. It's usually a double whammy.
Yeah, kind of.
She says.
From experience. Sorry, I'm so sorry. We've glossed over so much here. So there was no
anyway.
man in your house.
No, thank God.
Thank
but that man
God.
was real in the alley.
I believe you.
Yeah, thank you.
And I think that's probably where it stemmed
I
from
think
as well.
so too.
Roy wasn't there.
No.
So he didn't Krav Maga you.
Thank God.
But that was in your head.
Yeah.
But the sleep paralysis was real.
Real.
Is that regular?
That's quite regular. And sometimes
wouldn't
it's
like
like
that.
there's somebody on me and I cannot move or speak.
Horrible, mate.
It's the worst. It is the
Awful.
worst. I do wonder why it happens. Stress.
It's got to be. It's got to be stress.
Stress.
It's got to be. And then Rubes, was she okay though?
Oh, Rubes was grand.
Sleeping soundly.
Sweaty. It's dead to the world, she was.
Why are they all so sweaty?
I
Little kids
don't
when they sleep.
know. Little matted heads of hair.
Little
I love
ferrets.
it. Ferrets.
Erkan's niece sleeps at ours sometimes and she is the most beautiful baby you've ever seen in real life.
How old?
She's 6. She's not a baby. But look at Erkan's genes. She's going to be perfect, isn't she?
And a good head of hair.
Wicked head of hair, mate. Just a little. Anyway, she like clings to my back. She won't sleep anywhere else, like a limpet. And I get hot. I'm not a hot person. I'm always cold. And I get so hot. And I like wriggle away and she just fucking finds us.
Oh, she'll find
mate.
you, babes.
She finds us. One day, like the next time she came to stay, she looks me dead in the eye. This little mouse of a girl, she's the most beautiful little creature, so softly spoken, goes, I'm sleeping in your bed tonight. I says, you can do, Dan. She went, and you better not leave us like you did last time. Because I got out the bed and like moved to the bottom to escape her sweaty little claws. I was like, I won't. Like terrified of her. They're just obsessed with sweating on you.
Yeah, they love it. You're just like a big hot water bottle.
Oh, God.
You know, and comforting, like fleshy.
Got that to look forward to, haven't we?
So much to look forward to. Sweaty little feral wildebeests. Marnie came in the other day. Rubes came down. She's like, she hit me. And I said, what do you mean she hit me? She hit me with the Harry Potter wand. I was like, oh, well, that's not ideal. Because up until that point, they were having a great time. And I said, do you think you'll survive? Like, do you think you can resume play? And she was like, are you joking? And I said, oh, okay, maybe not. And she's like, you're not taking this seriously.
So she said, yeah.
Rube said,
She's your child.
Oh my God. And I said, okay, go on then. Tell her off, she said. And I said, okay, send her down. And so the other one came down. She had a tiara that used to be presumably on her head, like on her, just sitting on top of her nose, like a little visor, right? Ribbons hanging down and a hoodie on her. And she like walks in like this, like she's been smoking. And I said,
classic second child.
oh my God, she's a wretch. Anyway, she said, I said, hon, what happened? Me and Rubes were playing. And I said, yeah. And then what? And she said, I hit her with the wand. And I was like, yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
I said that's it's not very kind. And I said, it's like, it doesn't sound like you're playing. It doesn't sound very fun. And she went, like that little girl who does the like eye makeup and raises the eye with the little twiddle, was like, was for me.
Oh, and you're raising a sociopath.
But she's so
It was
class.
funny though,
Like,
wasn't it?
honestly, I was like,
How do you discipline them when they do something funny?
well, withdraw love.
What? I'm not for very good at that. I love too hard.
No, I'm only joking. I was like, babe, it's not. I get
cool.
that you had a good time, but it's not funny. I said, I know you're trying to be funny because she loves making me laugh. And I said, I understand you're trying to be funny, but I said it's really not kind. And
oh, that hits you where it hurts.
Oh yeah. And then she went off and she started like looking around the doors, check me, like give me a little look, and then disappear again. Then she came up to me afterwards and she's like, you really hurt my feelings when you spoke angry to me. It's like, oh, I'm the bad bitch, am I? Anyway, parenting is tough.
Parenting sounds like the pits,
Dogs,
mate.
animals, the whole 9 yards.
It is, whatever you are, the caregiver for, you've prepared to be in the trenches.
Like, buckle the fuck up. That's all I can say.
Do you know, right, so I only just found this out the other day, because I was asking about dates.
Yeah.
It's not that long till we do our first ever live show.
I really hoped you would say it's not that long till we get our bras off.
Oh, sorry, mate. No, I'm keeping mine on today.
Today.
Just today. Got to keep it on.
Took them up.
Yeah.
I know. So we're off to Sheffield for Get a Grip. Bras
Sunny
off.
Sheffield.
So is it really not sunny?
It's the north, mate, so I'm making a sweeping generalisation, but...
Is it up your way?
No, it's more Yorkshire.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. I like them.
It's not that hard to get to. I think you might be on the train like 2.5, 3 hours.
Great.
Yeah.
Friday, 3rd of July. I mean, what better way to start a weekend?
Oh, it will be sunny in July. Everywhere is.
Everywhere's sunny in July.
Everywhere's sunny in July.
Do I have it in my diary?
You
keep talking there. I actually...
Get it in the diary.
It's a tricky one.
So are we just going to do a live show? Fuck, I'm nervous.
What are we going to do?
Should we take our bras off?
100%. And everybody on entry has to take theirs off. It is in my diary.
Good.
Okay, tickets are selling fast though. There's only a few left.
That's good.
A handful, she says.
Oh.
Depends how big your hands are, but whatever. Get yours now. The link is in the show notes and it's in the Instagram biog.
Should I put it in my biog too? Should we put it everywhere?
Yeah.
Let's do everything. Let's
spray
really
it.
do it.
Oh, all you need to know is that it's under control and it's going to be fabulous. So go, get your bras off and get your tickets on.
Ooh, I like that.
Did you like that?
Well
Thanks
done,
so much.
yeah. Get your tickets on.
Down.
I feel like we've got loads to talk about what's going on in the world.
We really do.
Should we do it after the break?
Let's
go.
Welcome back.
What in the world's been
look,
going
it's a big
on?
long
Who's in the right, who's in the wrong? Since last Thursday,
What have I missed?
Take it away. Take it away, Ange.
What in the world has been going on?
I feel like there's been a lot happened.
Oh, listen, I can't keep up. It's a mile a minute. It's a mile a minute.
Mile a minute.
Honestly.
Very, very excited that we have trailers and a release date and more information on the up-and-coming Devil Wears Prada sequel.
I'm excited about this, but is the only thing that we've seen in terms of a trailer them in the lift still?
No, we've seen a bit more now.
Shut up!
We've seen a bit more now, Anne.
Oh, fuck. Go on.
And also, they've really
I've missed this.
Yeah, their promos really kicked up a notch. So they're doing interviews together. Anne Hathaway had this moment, I believe, at the, I'm going to say BAFTAs, but it might have been Globes or Oscars. It was something anyway, where she played like her character Andy, and Anna Wintour embodied, well, essentially herself in the Meryl Streep character.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's got a sense of humour.
She has apparently under those big specs and fringe. She can
Interesting.
fucking crack a smile.
Okay.
I knew she must have had though, because she's with Bill Nye.
I don't think they're together anymore.
We've done this before and I'm not doing it again.
Are they?
The fucking we Googled it last time, we're not Googling it again. Stop spreading the rumour.
Are they still together?
Angela, fuck off. You're like the harbinger of death when it comes to fucking relationships that I like. They are together.
Okay, she gets a hall pass. Or is that? I think that's a different thing. Is it a hall pass?
She gets
a free pass. We love you, Anna. We love you, Bill. We love you, Bill, via Anna, or the other way around. Go.
But it's out on the
1st
of May, so not long at all. But they are sort of they're taking quite they're doing quite, I think, very on-brand opportunities to promote it.
Yeah.
Rather than just going down the very usual like radio here, TV. They're at like fashion weeks.
And wearing cerulean blue hoodies.
Absolutely.
There's merch and all sorts.
Looking like to die for. But I seen this, the one thing that stood out to me that has been particularly interesting about their press tour is they did this interview and it was Meryl and Anne Hathaway. And they were at a fashion show in Milan. So chic. The whole branding, all the promo, very chic. And obviously they're making this film, the sequel, in a very different landscape to how they made the first.
Yeah.
Or at least you'd like to think they were. We are.
You'd like to think they were.
Yeah, you'd like to think. I mean, it's constantly like sort of rammed down our throats, this idea that there's been a body positivity movement. We're more accepting of ourselves. We're far more embracing of our lumps and bumps because beauty comes in all shapes and sizes. This is a narrative, the rhetoric that we are force-fed for so long. So what they were shocked to see is that when they were at a fashion show in Milan, how young and thin all the models looked.
It does feel like there's been a
It does.
shift back.
It does. Anyway, and then off the back of Meryl sort of like commenting this to Anne, I can't believe I'm like first naming them like they're my
I love
pals.
it. They are.
Meryl and Anne. But yeah, so Anne, she mentioned it to Anne, and Anne went straight to the people who make the film with them, so the producers, the execs, whatever, and advocated firmly that they did not want that representation in the film.
So whatever fashion shows were on screen,
Yes.
they should have
Women.
normal looking women.
Women.
Yeah.
Yeah. And listen, I'm not sure what their concept of normal is, you know, if we're going to get like women of all shapes and sizes or plus what people deem to be plus size or whatever, or even if it's just like not skeletal, because that is the way they are sort of describing it, you know. Meryl even says Annie clocked it too. I love that she calls her
Annie. I call my sister Annie.
Do you?
She's Annette, but we call her Annie. Yes.
She says Annie clocked it too, and she made a beeline to the producers about it, securing promises that the models in the show that we were putting together for our film would not be so skeletal. She's a stand-up girl. A girl's girl.
But you know what? It is that thing of she was in the position to go. Often people just go, oh, well, that's kind of
That's
the
fashion.
gig, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's how it is. So to actually know that however many millions of people are going to tune in and watch this, and that actually that matters in a like more mainstream way. Because yes, there's fashion, but like kids might not be sitting down looking at what's going on at Milan Fashion Week.
Of
You know,
course.
there's trickle down, obviously, but like to know that kids are there with their parents, because a lot of the time it will be, you know, 20 years on from the original film?
Yeah.
There's probably like, you know, you go with your kids.
You
maybe.
will. Mums will definitely take their
Yeah.
daughters to have like a sort of like, because it's
Throwback.
nostalgic for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think taking like the younger generation and introducing them to something we love, that was really iconic back in the day. I
Yeah.
think it's a real rite of passage. But to know that there's women out there like Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway, Annie, who have got our daughters' backs, like this next generation's backs, and sort of saying to them, you know, like if you want to be sort of a model, if you want to be an actress, if you just want to be happy in any walk of life, you don't have to be skeletal to do it. I think that makes me have real hope because I do think the landscape is pretty grim right now.
It is grim right now. And you see it. There's a lot of articles about it, and there's imagery that we saw straight off the back of award season where it does feel like we've gone back to the early noughties. I just have distinct memories of magazines, like shelves filled with magazines when Rachel Zoe was the stylist of the moment, and there were these very skeletal, it was all that 00 size 00 or whatever it was called at the time.
It was like your Paris Hilton and like Nicole Richie being
Hip
called
bones
like her,
and ribs and like everything was bones.
and heaven
frankly.
forbid you have like a little bit of a tummy or a bit of cellulite. It was ringed with that like red ring of shame, and you were made like consuming that as somebody young growing up, like you were made to feel like having any sort of normal body shape was in some way wrong or something to be ashamed of, you know. And it felt like we'd moved on from then. But I agree with you, watching awards season, it didn't feel like we had.
Well, it felt like we were back to a very singular ideal
Of beauty.
Yeah. Which feels like, look, it's always bubbling there, isn't it, for loads of different reasons, but it just felt much more narrow than it has in a very, very long time.
I feel like we'd be remiss if we didn't say that there's probably a real connection and parallel here to the rise of skinny jabs.
The jabs, 100%.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, we've done quite a good job of not giving it too much like airtime or like focusing on it, you know, and focusing on other things and some stuff like that. But actually, you just can't ignore it anymore.
I was out at the weekend, which doesn't happen often, and
Treat yourself. Mum's night out.
But I saw people who I hadn't seen in a really long time, and I couldn't believe how many people had who I think definitely were on them who didn't need to be on them.
Didn't need to be.
This is the thing, because obviously it makes total sense that if this, obesity and all of the related illnesses and chronic illnesses that stem out of that put a huge strain on the NHS, we get that.
There's definitely a purpose for them in some situations.
So much, but I think there's a huge amount of people using them for this very reason, to look like cute at a party.
I think like what the issue is all of these gorgeous Hollywood starlets and stars like clearly didn't need them to begin with, But if that's our beauty ideal, if that's what we're being shown and what we're consuming as what is the pinnacle of beauty and desirability and gorgeousness and success,
I think, is key.
Like as a woman in our like 30s, it's difficult for me not to think, fucking hell, like, maybe I should lose some weight. So how does that reflect on a young girl, like 14, 15?
Who doesn't know herself at all.
Who doesn't know herself and sees like our favourite Hollywood star losing weight and getting smaller and all those things. And I don't know, I think it's a dangerous precedent to set. And also like, I really did think we were past it. Like, I love the body positivity movement.
Yeah.
I know that sounds like really naive and ignorant because everyone was just like, when these jabs rose up, the popularity, everyone was like, see, I knew all you like hated your bodies anyway. The body positivity movement was nothing but like, just lip service. Actually, I loved it.
Yeah.
I love celebrating the fact that I'm never going to be a size 6.
Power. It does have power.
It does have power.
Yeah.
Teaching a young girl to love herself unconditionally, regardless of her shape or size, and allowing her to realize that she doesn't have to shrink to be considered beautiful or desirable or successful. Like that movement felt like one of the best things to come out of social media for me in a really long time. And the fact that we are now backsliding in such a tragic way into something that feels really dangerous and really unproductive for our mental health just feels criminal.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I thought we were doing better.
I know.
I'm so glad Anne Hathaway agrees.
Oh.
I can't even blame my period. I've just had it. I'm meant to be in the strong phase.
Maybe this is strong.
I don't think it feels strong.
The image doesn't look that strong, babes, right now.
I feel like I'm Gordon Ramsay's idiot sandwich.
Oh no.
Oh, do you know what I mean though, Anne?
I do know what you mean.
Like,
I do. I think it's
having 2 daughters. Like, how must this feel?
It's awful. It is. It is. And look, I suppose to put a spin on it, I think, we almost have to, like, it feels grim and it feels depressing. And I think the only response to that is defiance. That actually what we need to dig into is going like, fuck you, like showing. And I know I talk about like showing my body to kind of fire the girls up to feel, this is my tiny way of doing it. Annie has gone to a person who has control over a scene. She has used,
her power, her influence.
Exactly, to go, I can actually do something here.
I can.
And like push back. And it's how do we ourselves go, yeah, no, I'm not signing up for that shit again.
I tell you how I defy.
Go on.
There you go.
Getting her knickers out.
I have a tummy and I'm okay with it.
Exactly.
I love her.
You know what I mean?
I do love her.
Yeah, I love her too.
Good.
Babes.
She is
and also,
them jeans.
she is lovable.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing, is that at the deep root is like, oh my God, if I don't look like all of those, if I'm not successful like all of those, am I like lovable? I think that's the kind of fear that like, drives.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of sense of inadequacy, isn't it? You're like, oh my God, if I don't appear a certain way, am I gonna,
if you don't
alone?
Yeah, if you don't look at how, like, if you don't look at sort of what society holds up as the ideal and all the beauty standard, like, are you enough? And I think you're right. That gave me goosebumps when he said about defiance. And that is absolutely how we challenge this narrative, is by posting the real, posting the lumps and bumps. Like, not just in a like, funny looking way, but isn't it really like, I actually like my body and I'm really accepting of this. And like, you know.
And even if you don't, actually, maybe that's even more reason to do it.
I do actually like my tongue.
Yeah, but but I think so many people are waiting for the moment when they do.
Yeah.
And actually, I think it's a bit like exposure therapy, that you have to build towards that and gently
just go for
move
it.
Towards it. Just fucking let it rip.
Rip the band-aid up. Life has got so much to offer where it's like fun weekends away and like evenings out with your husband and shared bottles of wine with pals and like that takeaway with your mum. Like, I just think we would lose so much of that fun and excitement and these incredible moments if all we're doing was comparing ourselves to this unrealistic ideal that we're never going to be able to attain or maintain.
And I know you said socials in terms of that body positivity movement. I've seen a thing go right, which again feels like quite a defiant trend, and it's a real where...
Is it the strong not skinny?
No.
Oh, okay.
But it's this, they're basically, it's different people, whether they're on holidays or whether they're at their wedding or whatever, and it's like close-ups of certain body parts, bikini, whatever, and it's like, imagine being so fixated on this that I forget to do this. And then so it cuts from like zoomed in self-conscious moments to like the like joy and laughter of like a first dance at a wedding or like a beach with your girlfriends, whatever it was. It was just like, oh, actually the point is to like zoom out and not lose your life literally microscopically inspecting yourself.
I love that so much. If I ever get on holiday again, I will actually do that. I will absolutely.
You've had your holiday, babes. I'm sorry.
No, it's so right. And like, no fucking good story ever started with, so I was having this salad, or like, so I was having tofu. I was at my F45 class, like, fuck off. Good stories start with like, so I was drunk with my mates, right? Yeah. Or like, so I was in Lisbon, or like, do you know what I mean? They start with these like really lovely, incredible moments about you actually living your life. And I don't know, I feel like if we get out of our heads and stop focusing so much about what we look like and what other people look like and just embrace what we've got, we're going to have really nice lives. And that's the message I want out there.
Honestly. And also, I think the truth is we're so self-involved and self-important that we really think anyone gives a fuck, and no one's even looking at us.
You don't, do you? You don't look at anyone else.
Oh my God, do I look okay? No one gives a fuck. Literally, nobody. Nobody gives a fuck.
There's that really good comment, isn't there? And it's like I've never remembered in my life seeing a woman on a beach whose body was so good that I went home and talked about it.
Exactly.
Can you imagine if I come back from like a week in the Canaries work and I come back and it's like, how's your holiday? And I'd be like, this wicked woman round the pool in this bikini. I would sound fucking mental. Yeah. But like
I'd throw chips at her.
You come back and you go, oh, we had this great night out, found this amazing restaurant, there was this, we climbed this, blah, blah. You talk about the things you did and the experiences, like nobody is talking about what you look like in a bikini, so fucking forget about it yourself and live your life and have a nice time and teach your kids to do the same.
A lot to be said for not having mirrors in the house.
I don't know if I'm going that far, Anne. I'm on the fucking telly sometimes, mate.
I'm going that far. Look, sorry, just to end on Annie and Meza, our pals. I also love that Meryl Streep is in full Silver Fox mode in this. Like, I know she was as Miranda Priestley.
Yeah.
She's not so much in her own real life, but I do think there's something bad bitch about her being full, like...
Oh, I think it's powerful.
Yeah.
I think it's powerful. I think the film is going to be powerful.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. And all the gang are back together, lass.
Except that poor fecker with the curly hair.
Yeah, but I think so people have...
They fucking just phased him out. I think that's really mean. Why?
Well, he was, in my opinion, the villain.
Villain?
The villain.
Stop. The lad in the...
Yeah.
Who made the sandwich?
But that's all he is. He was the knobhead who made the sandwich.
Yeah, but he was cute. Like most knobheads who make sandwiches are just cute. They're not like there to change the narrative. They're like, fine, leave him be window dressing. A lot of women in films are just fucking window dressing. Give us a bit of window dressing.
He's not window dressing though. He is the subtle villain and people don't discern it.
Go on.
I'll tell you what, for why, right? Everyone thinks Miranda Priestley is the villain there because she's...
Well, she is a mountain to be overcome, let's
Listen,
be honest.
am I saying she's a fucking heroine? No. She's a bit of a knobhead at times. But is she a bad bitch and very powerful? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is she being bastardized because she's an ambitious, strong, powerful woman who'll stop at nothing to get what she wants? Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
The people
So
think...
what? She's basically like Gordon Gekko in Wolf of Wall Street, and he was idolized by kids.
Exactly. And people
She's
think
been- yeah.
she is the villain because she's all the things I mentioned before, but she's not. When Andy was doing well and she was focusing on work and she was like getting all these like free things and like finally putting her career first.
All these free things.
I like the free things. I did. She was getting all that. Nate was not supportive.
Nate, you
He
little
didn't like it because all of a sudden she wasn't just sitting in the apartment
Eating sandwiches.
eating her sandwiches in her little sweatshirt waiting for him. Fucking grill his cheese, the little knobhead.
Oh my God.
He is the problem. He is not a feminist and he is the curly knobhead and I'm glad he's not back. Ha ha.
Oh my God.
Suck those apples. Curly fuck.
Okay, Nate.
What's
There
his
you
real
go.
name? Because I like him as an actor.
Adrian Brody,
Bro-
is it? Which?
Green and Green.
Greeny.
Grenier.
Grenier. I really liked him.
Angela,
Sorry, no, but I
Feminist.
agree with you. I
put your
agree.
bra back on and fuck
Put
off.
your bra back on. I just think sometimes you need a man at home to make you a sandwich. That's all I'm saying.
I like how you're emasculating him.
Do you know what I mean?
I see what you're doing, babe.
Do you see what I'm doing? There's ways of doing these things, you
Listen,
know?
if you just was there to make a sandwich and support her, I'd
Yeah.
be fine with it. But
Grand.
he wasn't. He was there to subtly undermine her and make her feel
Okay.
bad.
Yeah, different beast. Different
Yeah.
beast.
Leave
Okay.
your sandwich and fuck off.
Leave your sandwich and fuck off.
Fuck off.
I do think there are few things better in life than a toasted sandwich, though.
I love a
And a
grilled
good
cheese.
one. Whoo, croque monsieur.
No, I don't like when they make it too fancy. I just like fucking...
stop. It's
Don't get me
actually-
started about cheese. I'm not making another podcast about cheese.
Honestly. If you've spotted a story that you think we need to hear about, headlines, hot takes, or heated debates, do get in touch, please.
Yes, we want this podcast to be as much about you as it is about us too. So the ways to get in touch with us are email at hello@getagriplove.com, Insta @getagriplove, make sure you're following, and WhatsApp 07457 411 037.
Beautifully done. We'll be back every Thursday, so please hit the follow button and do hit it, okay?
Do hit it.
It's important.
Hit it.
You'll never miss an episode. And go buy your live ticket shows, please.
live show tickets.
Those ones.
Tickets for the
Those
show.
ones.
Buy them.
Do it.
We're going to do a whole live episode. We were fucking tits out. It's going to be great.
Oh my God, is that the plan?
I'm gonna
I
do
think
it,
that's good for business, babes.
do
It
you
might
know-
not be so good for me.
What's good for the goose, good for the gander. Is that a saying?
Get a moo.
Get a moo.
And leave us a review. Remember, it's 5 stars or
fuck
fuck
off.
off.